Why I don't use closed captioning, a case study based on the perceived attributes model of innovation diffusion. The perceived attributes model lists 5 perceived attributes: trialability, observability, relative advantage, complexity, and compatibility. And we can look at those 5 issues and try to get an understanding of why I don't use closed captioning. So first of all, trialability. Trialability, I've actually been able to try it out. There are some relatively easy enough to use systems for trying out closed captioning, so I have been able to set up something and put in closed captioning, though it took me a lot of time and I really felt like I ended up with mixed results. In terms of observability, I can certainly see the closed captions, I can see how they look, but I haven't had students who claim to need it, so I don't really see any results. That is, the observable results of the closed captions showing up are there, but the observable results of it helping my students aren't there, so I don't perceive that observability factor. In terms of relative advantage, for a hearing impaired student, I can certainly see that there's a great advantage, but in my 20 years of teaching, I've only had one hearing impaired student, and she actually had her own interpreter, so the closed captioning certainly would have helped her, but that was a long time ago, and it was only one, which means that the relative advantage doesn't necessarily cut it because I don't see the advantage for my current students. Intellectually, I can see the advantage for others in terms of a UDL perspective, that certainly there are advantages to having that closed captioning. Some students would really like to be able to read along with the text, but they really seem minor to me compared to the time that it takes to actually do the closed captioning, so it falls down in terms of the relative advantage. In terms of complexity, it's certainly getting simpler to use closed captioning and create closed captions, but it still seems complex to me, especially in terms of time. You know, I guess it's not all that complex. I know how to do it, or I can easily figure it out, but it takes so much time to do it that makes it complex for me and makes me not really want to do it. In terms of compatibility, technically it's compatible. Once I create closed caption, the videos work pretty much the same for everybody, so it's not an issue. But in terms of how it works with my method of doing things, it doesn't work very well, because closed captioning is compatible with the person who makes videos by writing out a script in advance, and that works really well and can be really efficient and easy to do, and that's just not the way that I do things. So it's not quite compatible with my methods, even though the technical compatibility with the results would be no problem for me. So you can see that in terms of diffusion theory, there are some issues that I have, and this is a real live case study. Eventually I know I'm going to have to add in closed captioning, but I haven't done it yet, and these are the reasons why, based on my perceptions of the attributes. And that's the key here, is that it's the user's perceptions of the attributes, not the tech person's perceptions or the tech leader's perceptions of the attributes, because just because you can see how beneficial it is and how easy it is and all of that doesn't mean that the end user can see that. And so in this case, there are roadblocks for me, and I haven't actually done it yet.